Welcome everyone back to the Crimson 15 podcast. I'm your host, Crimson.
And 15 PCA.
And be sure to follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast. So here's our review of Black Panther. 100% spoilers, so we're going to just kind of talk off the cuff. And right off the top, it was a good movie.
It was good.
Nowhere near as good as the reviewers are freaking out about it. Not even close.
Not even the same universe.
In the MCU movie hierarchy, it's right around Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yeah. You can make an argument either way on that.
But it's not better than Thor Ragnarok. It's not better than Civil War. It's not better than Winter Soldier. So it's sitting around, but it's in good company. Yeah. It's a good movie. But my goodness, if you'd read these reviews, we did a whole video about this. Oh, yeah. You would think it was a great why cinema was invented. Yeah. Why human beings were invented.
Yeah, they're saying they want to put up there with great movies like Pan and Saving Private Ryan. You're out of your mind. Shawshank Redemption? No.
Yeah, crazy. It's still a good movie.
Yeah, I'm not putting it down. I liked it, but my goodness.
But overall, if you didn't see this movie, you're not going to lose anything.
No.
Okay, you get to learn more about Wakanda, about T'Challa, and everything that happened with his family, but it's kind of you don't need it.
They don't need it. It's done well for what it is. It's written really well, but if it wasn't written so well, I would say skip this movie if it wasn't such a good written story.
If you want to see every Marvel movie, but if you honestly skipped it, you're not going to miss anything.
No, I'm not going to belittle it. You should go see this movie regardless. But this is more for Marvel fans that love the Marvel universe, that want to know more about the richness of all the areas per se.
It'd be like you're reading a book series and there's like a little side book about a character, and you just want to know more to get more deep into it.
Yeah, like an example of a book would be like The Hobbit when Gandalf went on his own. Yeah. And what he did with those words, like it's a side story. You don't need to read it to enjoy The Hobbit, but it's just a nice little thing if you like The Hobbit.
And the thing is, because we got a pretty good origin story for Black Panther in Civil War.
Yeah.
So we just get to learn a little bit more about his powers.
Basically.
They drink this purple flower juice, and then they have like a rite of passage when he becomes king. You can challenge him. There's little things you learn, but it's not important.
Neat. That's cool.
It's neat. But starting with, like you mentioned, it is well written. There's funny jokes. The characters are likable.
Yeah. I love the sister. His sister's great.
The action's pretty good, but there's just times where it's so much is happening in the screen. The thing is, Black Panther's costume is black. So when it's in like a cave or in a night scene, it's hard to see him.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was just our theater, but it was just really hard to pick him out. I mean, that goes into his costume. It's all black and only has a little bit of silver. But it was kind of hard to see him. It really was for me.
I mean, the fighting was cool. It was cool. I give you that with him. I like the first thing when you see him in the zoo when he's in
the jungle,
trying to save one of his fellow people, get him out because she had to know that she didn't know the news that the king died, so she had to
come back to the kingdom.
Yeah, because she's undercover basically trying to help these women in Africa get it free from these horrible people that have them.
These human traffickers and stuff like that. It's overall, I found myself wanting to know more. Like there's like other tribes. Yeah. So there's like the Black Panther tribe people in Wakanda. Then there's like a tribe, but they're more like they have like gorillas, and they were pretty cool.
They were cool. I like the king. He was cool.
He was a cool guy. He was huge. That guy was just gigantic.
Yeah, he was.
And I thought it was cool because like in Wakanda they have like all the Black Panther statues, and they have like a big gorilla holding up the thing. Like, hey, that was pretty cool.
I like the way I like the design. It was slick.
And his little throne room had like all the bones hanging. It was visually, it was super cool. There's so many cool things to look at.
I love even the fact how the way he holds himself and walks is like dignified royalty kind of. I just like it.
And he had like a big club, and he was just a cool guy.
It's just cool.
It was so almost like cavemanish, but it was just so cool to see such a. And I also like the fact that even though he didn't like. The tribes don't like each other, but they still respect each other. Mm-hmm. Like they follow their bylaws, because he ends up challenging T'Challa for the king, and he loses. And then later on, when they have to talk to him, he's not like totally dismissive. He's still because they followed the rules.
I mean, it's so funny because his tribe isn't as advanced as Wakanda. Obviously, when you look at the way it looks, but even when he's in this kind of more, we would say primitive. Area, he still looks. He commands everything. He's still the king. He still has that I'm in charge of attitude. It's done so well. It really is.
So what did you think about the bad guy Killmonger? I liked him. I love everything Michael B. Jordan does.
Oh, he's such a good actor. He's amazing. I'm so glad it was him and not the other guy because he annoyed me. I didn't like that other guy, that South African guy. I'm just glad. I'm glad. Spoiler: he dies. I'm glad he died. I couldn't care less about him.
He's a perfect side villain.
Yeah, which I'm kind of glad he was gone. I didn't care for him.
He has such a terrible, nasty attitude. I'm glad every bad thing that happened to him because he's just like I'm better than you, and he's a scummy guy.
You remind me of the one guy from District 9, the bad guy in that. It's that kind of from South Africa, similar, but kind of a broody guy, but very unlikable. He's not likable at all.
But Michael B. Jordan makes a good case.
Yes.
Because in the movie, he's the cousin. He was the Black Panther's father had a brother, and the brother ended up having a child with an American girl, and there was a screw up back in the 90s in the opening scene. You see this guy, and they're like planning a bank robbery or something.
Yeah, it was so weird. Yeah, like
it's like what's this? How this gonna connect? And then like lights go out. And there's the funny part is. They're knock at the door, and then the guy's like, "Yeah, there's two chicks out here with spears." Like he's like, "What the hell is all this?" And then the lights go, and boom, the Black Panther's there, and it's the father, and he's like talking to him, like, "Oh, I want to see my little brother." I'm like, "Oh, it's the dad's brother," and I guess there was like a thing where he was selling vibranium to like, bad guys and stuff, and that happened to be what was his name, Claw or something, the South African guy, and because he wanted other people to have the technology, because he makes the case of, hey. We have brothers and sisters here in America, all over the world that are being oppressed, and like that, and we need to help them. And Wakanda's very xenophobic, very, I want to say, isolationist. They don't want to.
Yeah, and they have a wall, protect themselves, and don't let anyone in. I mean, come on.
And then the dad's like, well, you basically betrayed us. And he finds out that his partner was someone sent by the father to keep an eye on him, so he was the one.
And what they could do is they get their lips like this, and they have like
a tattoo.
Yeah,
kind of like almost like a dog tag, almost. Yeah. So he finds out. He pulls a gun on the guy who thought was his friend, and then the dad ends up killing the brother because he was going to kill the other guy, and he puts him down.
Yeah.
And you see the ship take off, and there's a bunch of kids playing basketball, and you find out one of those kids ended up being Killmonger.
Yeah. And
that was his father. So he knew of his son and just left him there.
The thing I will say right now, yes, I'm glad the fact that when they're trying to talk to his dad, because he can talk to him, and when he goes into like this ritual where they put like dirt over you.
Yeah, when you become Black Panther, you drink this purple flower juice
that gives you the power,
and you have to lay down, and they do like a whole thing, and you go to like the spirit realm.
Yeah, spirit realm.
Very beautiful looking too. All purple, swirly.
It looks like it's like the Sahara, but it's purple.
It's really cool looking.
And like he tell them, when he finds out you did that, you go, you killed you left your nephew there. What's wrong with you? You don't do that.
Well, I chose my country. What? He was a boy taken back to Wakanda. He would have understood. This is our special land. Your father betrayed us, and I'm pretty sure
it would have been him growing up with him. That would have been cool
because him and T'Challa should have been the same age.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that whole incident, he you find out later he goes up there and see that his father's dead, and he ends up growing up, joins the military, becomes like a super mega badass, and his whole life was like, I'm going to get back at Wakanda. I'm going to avenge my father. He told me about this land, and he ends up basically challenging for the throne because he has a right to it.
Yeah.
The brother had a son, so that he gets to challenge.
And if they don't accept it, he goes, "Well, I have to accept it. You have to."
Because at first he basically gets his way back into Wakanda because he finds the Claw guy and kills him and brings him in.
But it's funny, he helped him steal things and kill people. It's like, well, that was
the long game.
Yeah, it was.
And basically, he got at least an audience with the king because that guy was the original guy who stole the vibranium in the beginning and killed a bunch of people. Mm-hmm. And he's like, "Well, I challenge for the throne." And Michael B. Jordan. He just he can project himself. And as Killmonger, he has that attitude, that swagger. He's like, I don't care about your damn traditions at all. I'm going to take this throne. And he just can say it and with a straight face. And everyone's like, you want the throne? Like, who the heck are you? Like, but he can say it and command it.
It's so funny because even at there's a part before all that, he got Wakanda's attention because he stole vibranium from a museum.
It was in a museum,
but he did it to get their attention. That's what he was trying to do, to try to probably size them up when he met him. And he took a mask there, and he knew where all the masks from all the different African.
Okay, it was pretty cool. It was like the horse. When you see the trailer, it has like the horse stuff.
Pretty cool.
So he ends up beating T'Challa, and because I guess when you challenge the king, they take like this juice and it takes away the powers.
So he doesn't have all the Black Panthers with him.
So he just has the strength that he would normally have. Yeah. So it'd be technically a fair fight. And he beats him in combat, it's just like spear and, sword, and he gets him full on, just chalks him off the freaking waterfall.
But before that, the other guy says, I'm the reason why your dad died. And he ends up
he ends up killing one of the Forrest Whitaker's characters.
My goodness, what's it with him in Disney movies?
Dying.
This is the second one now. I mean, Rogue One and now this, but...
So that's the whole conflict is now that Killmonger is the Black Panther, he's the king. He's like, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send all our weapons to our operatives, arm all the black people that are in all these countries and have them take over all these places.
Yeah.
But see, that's not the right way either.
No, that's the saying, well, my way's better than your way, so I'm going to take over. No, that's not right either. That's not the answer. And apparently I remember hearing that the vibranium so strong, even the spirit could take down a tank. That's how.
Yeah, yeah. They had like this. He was just making the comment of like, oh, this one like energy blast tank. You can have thousands of them.
Yeah.
But the thing is, man, they would end up just dropping bombs on these people. It would be a freaking bloodbath.
Well, I think what he wants to do is make unrest. I think just make mischief, basically,
and then just show up, and just kind of take over. Mm-hmm. So yeah, the two ideals is old Wakanda, hide it from everyone, and then the idea of like revealing themselves to the world and helping. But they went extremes. That shows you no extreme is right. You don't go super mega far left, that's not right. Go super mega far right, that's not right. Yeah. You need to find a balance. It's always in balance is where you find the right answer.
Yep.
So that was the two ideals that conflict the whole movie. Isolationism and hiding and protecting your purity. Don't let in outsiders because they'll dilute the purity of Wakanda. And it's like, what does that sound like, everyone? I don't know.
But not only just that. Even as the movie goes on, it's more in line. I'm sorry, I don't want to see it political, but with like Donald Trump in a lot of ways. So I'm guarantee if this would have been Liberia and would have been Dr. Doom, they would have hated it.
Yeah, but hated it because it would have been a predominantly white.
Why? Yeah, they'd be like, oh, it's racist and all that. So what's the difference? Either way,
being an isolationist and being a xenophobic, guys, those are terrible traits.
And not only that, not only the vibranium, but I didn't mention this in the movie. When Wakanda has a cure for all cancers, they won't give it to them.
And all the medical stuff they have.
The medical stuff, they won't help.
Yeah, they have like spinal surgery and stuff like that where they can get people and they can walk again after a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's stuff that could have helped millions of people.
Exactly.
And they keep it to themselves.
Yep.
How would sharing that knowledge dilute Wakanda in any way?
That's when you're going too far. That's stupid.
See, that's the mega far right of it.
Yeah.
See, and then the mega far left is all uprest and killing everyone who doesn't agree with you and all that. That's when you start, then basically, after T'Challa gets overthrown, the sister, the mom, and they're like, well, let's get the hell out of here, because they're going to come and get us. I'm surprised he didn't have them arrested instantaneously.
I think he was so...
He didn't care.
He didn't care. Until they portray him in any way, he didn't care.
That was super funny, because I was like, oh, Queen Mother, get the hell out of here.
And it was kind of awesome. For every kill, he got like a nasty skin notch all over his body.
Little Brands. So his body was covered in them.
Yeah.
Basically, he had the skin brand version of the Buckeye. Every time he can make a good play.
Buckeye. And the guy, that Claw, before he killed him, goes, well, they get Brandon. And he goes, I don't care about brands. Because he's got him all over his body. Like, I don't care about that.
Yeah, and it's just because he didn't know who he was, and he ends up finding out he's from, like, Wakanda. Like, how the heck did that happen?
Yeah, I thought you were just some American punk. I didn't know who you were. And also, another thing I want to say, too, just the relationship between him and his sister. Which I like.
It was fun. It felt like a real family.
I liked it because it felt like that teasing. Like I'm like, King, don't do that.
And she's like the head of their R&D department.
Yeah, she can make all that.
So she's the one who makes his suit and all the other cool gadgets and everything uses, and it's just like a fun family where she's constantly picking on him and everything.
But it's in a good natured way. It's good. She's
a fun character.
She was probably my favorite surprise character of this whole movie that I liked.
And she made like these little gauntlets. They're like an energy blast in them. They're pretty cool.
The one that had lines on it and the little...
like they had little panther teeth and everything. They're pretty cool.
That was cool.
I can see there was, again, the fight scenes was fun and everything, but as far as it being a deep and powerful movie, I don't know. I was waiting for that scene to happen and it didn't happen.
It was fun. It was... Guys, I mean, I'm going to be honest with you. I'd probably say... Dare I say, I know a lot of fans get mad at this. I think it's only a little better than Ghost in the Shell. I mean... Because I like Ghost in the Shell. I know it's not a superhero thing, but I'm just comparing it to other movies since they said this was the greatest.
Oh, see, Black Panther is horrifically competent and just decent.
Yeah,
it's just okay.
It's good. It's fun.
It's fun, and you have some good stuff. You see some cool action, and I do have to when it comes to the action, the final battle between T'Challa and Killmonger. When they're fighting above the pit, it was pretty cool. They fall into the pit and they're like on the railroad track, and I guess apparently. Vibranium, when it moves, it's strong, so the track has like these stabilizers that take off the vibranium's power. So when they're on it, they're just fighting just to fight, like they don't have any of their powers. So it kept turning on and off, but I didn't really feel they conveyed that they were losing their powers anymore.
We were talking about this earlier, and I was talking to Crimson, and I said, I think what they should have did is have like a sound maybe, or a light to make it look like it's affecting them in some way.
Like you could see that the suit was kind of like getting fuzzy.
But it wasn't enough. Though.
But it didn't change the fight in any way.
No.
They were still just punching and hitting each other and doing their thing.
It didn't seem like there's any difference between them having their powers and not having it. Because at this point, he had the powers too.
Yeah, because he drank the flower and had all the flowers burned. Yeah. And he also had his own Black Panther suit.
Yeah, and he had a vision, which was funny. Because
he was allowed to see his father too, Killmonger.
Yeah.
Which was
But it was way different because at times he'd be a kid, and adult again, it's kind of saying you're not mature.
Yeah.
You're not mature to handle this, is what that vision was telling him.
And it was weird when when Killmonger's father was talking to him, like his dad should have told him this isn't the way.
Yeah, but his daddy was kind of saying, "Oh, I should have took you to Wakanda sooner." That's he blamed himself.
Yeah.
Instead of his son.
Instead of letting you find Wakanda in a conquest.
Yeah.
You should have went there as a family. I'm pretty sure if you'd have brought his son, even then, like his wife, the queen, would have been like, well, that is my nephew. We can't just cast him out.
No.
But, that's just another thing showing that he was wrong, too. Everyone was wrong.
Another thing, I know this is not what we're going to say, but they're saying, but when they were walking down, like, in the city part of Wakanda, because, by the way, totally, like, you can't even see it's invisible to the outside world. That set looked like the same set as Thor Ragnarok. I'm pretty sure that was the same buildings. It is almost deadpan.
And again, it's a small part, but, you gotta save money, Blazes, right?
Yeah, you do.
So, of course, T'Challa wins because we see him in the Infinity War trailer, and T'Challa takes the center path. We will start to slowly reveal ourselves. We will build outreach centers. We'll start sharing technology with scientists, but we're not allowing anyone to come into Wakanda.
So who's this sound like everybody? Come on, it's ridiculous.
I guarantee you they're not letting, because again, they're not letting in millions of refugees into Wakanda.
No, why would they? It'd be stupid. It's their country. Why
so
would they
they are trying to help people where they're at.
Yeah, I remember what Shada said at the beginning was important. He goes, if we let too many people, we won't be Wakanda anymore. It'll be something else. Because these are people that aren't part of our culture. They don't understand.
So all these people championing Wakanda as it's a great, amazing nation, dude, it sounds like freaking Donald Trump America. It really does.
Guess what kills me inside? Because I have no problem with it, but they're
more technologically advanced. They have all these resources. They have all these things, and they're keeping it for
their people.
We'll
help you over here. Yeah. We'll help you in your countries, which is fine.
That's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Well, we'll send aid to your country. We'll set up, I'm assuming basically like a no-fly zone and stuff like that. That's stuff you do for other countries. You don't bring them all to your country. That doesn't work out.
Yeah, exactly. Especially ones that are far different from what your culture is and how they understand the law and your values and all that.
It's kind of funny. So all these people, just on the political, how they keep chanting Wakanda.
We're talking particularly people that are more of the SJW.
Who don't just watch a movie because it's just a movie.
Yeah. And also, exactly, right? And I'll give a shout out. I like the CIA guy. I thought he did good. At first, I thought he was going to be kind of like, oh, this is just, being a white guy, they're going to put him down.
This is how you do the outsider joining the main group, because unlike in the Transformer films, you had the Section 7 guy, a bumbling moron.
This guy wasn't bumbling.
This guy was competent, and he even took a bullet for T'Challa's sister.
Yeah.
And so he's a hero.
Yeah, and I thought it was kind of messed up because that was in South Korea, because that's where they first found Claw and they didn't get him. But it was also interesting because the other head guard general goes, let's leave him here. And T'Challa's like, no, he saved my sister. I'm taking him with us.
Yeah, this outsider.
And he goes, no, that's stupid. We're going to help him out.
And there is little scenes, that he calls them the conquerors or whatever. And well, first of all, the Americans didn't really do that. That was British people. But what can you, I guess the sins of the father for all time.
I will let those little things go because it wasn't too much. I was worried about that, but they didn't really go over.
And then when they're talking to the head tribal leader of the I forgot the name of the people, but they had they're more the gorilla.
Yeah.
And they wouldn't let him talk. Like, you can't speak here. And it's kind of like, and so people would say, tell the white person to shut up. No, it was more of a, he's not from this land.
Yeah.
It's not.
And again, I would have been annoyed about the part when they end up finding, because he found him, and then they found him, and they got the one seat, like, we'll give it to him now. Because they were going to give it to this guy to see if he on the throne, but we have.
Which was really cool that he did that. He didn't have to do that.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, the leader of the gorilla tribe, he didn't have to tell them that they saved T'Challa.
And then I got mad when he told us, don't look. But he didn't look either, so okay, good. It wasn't just because, all right, I don't want to see.
It's a mother, a sister, and then his...
Yeah, you're not allowed to see this. Yeah. I'm not allowed either. We just look at each other.
We could look to the side and kind of away.
I thought, okay, that's cool. That was
like when they did the ritual to bring him back. And that's the second time he spoke to his father. And I guess his father was ready, like, oh, dude, you come join your ancestors. He's like, I cannot die because I can't let Killmonger sit on the throne. Because he's going to cause unrest and cause death.
We might get destroyed over this. He's going to want to go over to conquer the world. He's crazy.
And he's like, and the reason why that is because you failed, Father. You failed him.
Yeah.
You should have brought him home. Things would have been different. We could have been side by side.
I get you had to kill the uncle. He tried to kill you, but you don't have to kill your friend. But it doesn't mean you have to
kill his son. Or let his son just wiggle on nothing.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
You knew, how could he not think that was going to build resentment of some kind?
I know, it's ridiculous. And then I just don't get when he said, I did it for Wakanda. No, you didn't. That you just didn't want to take care of it. Like, that's terrible.
And he's like, oh, another damn kid. I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I have this vast kingdom of advanced technology. We can't help this kid out.
I can't be taking care of no kid. Yeah, like, what the heck? He just leaves him there. So I'm just glad that, he kind of told his dad off. But, again, this is another part where I dislike it when, after the big fight, Killmonger has a spear in his chest. He's dying. Yeah. And then, what was kind of cool that Black Panther picks him up, T'Challa takes him to the cliffside so you can see the sunset. Because his father...
He said that before, yeah.
The sunsets in Wakanda are the most beautiful in the world.
And he said it is beautiful. He said that.
And he's letting Killmonger talk. and he's just basically, you know, like, oh, everything that happened to me, and T'Challa's like, we can save you. Mm-hmm. And then he's like, no, I don't want to live. Just bury me at sea like our ancestors who jumped off the slave boats because they knew that dying was better than being subjugated. And the thing is, why didn't T'Challa just say, I am sorry for what my father did?
It still bothered me. I wish he was going to.
I wish he would have brought you home. If I knew you were there, I would have got you. We would have grew up together because you're my family.
I like how he was big enough to tell his dad that, but he couldn't tell him that.
Killmonger that.
Yeah, that
Why didn't he tell him that?
That would have helped a lot.
I know, and he just sits there and just kind of watches him die.
No, come on.
Because he like rips the freaking spear out of his chest and just lets himself bleed out. It's like, why didn't you tell him, bro? Because like we're family. Terrible. You're not gonna go to jail.
Yeah,
you're gonna you know be under watch, but you can walk freely amongst Wakandans, but you can't, you know.
Yeah, give me that nothing. I was like, oh come on, T'Challa, as cool as you are, you failed me in that part.
Yeah, T'Challa failed me in that. He should have said something.
Yeah, I would have too. And it's funny, one of his friends, one of the tribes, joined. Until he got in front of his wife and go, "You're gonna come too." Well, hey, it's not here.
That was another cool aspect I thought was because that the bald lady you see in all the trailers, she's like the head general. Yeah. So she has I guess all the royal guard are female, and it's pretty cool. And they're after they thought T'Challa was killed. They're like, "Oh, we need to escape." She's like, "No, I serve the king." Yeah. So what are you talking about? That guy's like, "No, I serve the throne, no matter who sits upon it." And they're like, "Come on, get a leave." She's like, "No, I can't."
And she did. She stayed loyal to the throne
until he started
going crazy. And
until T'Challa came back. Yeah, which was a cool scene because he's like walks up, he's like, "Oh, the challenge isn't over. I've never conceded." And it's like, "Oh, dang, that's so cool."
That's true. He didn't.
And then, but Killmonger's like, "Oh, I don't care about that. Just because he keeps sending out. He's going to send the weapons out to the rest of the world."
Yeah, and this is what I love when they got to see a guy. He gets this thing because we didn't say this scene earlier in South Korea. His sister had
a remote control
thing, and he did it, and he had the CIA guy do it with the plane. What do you do? Shoot down those planes. You can't let.
So he was helpful to the plan too.
Yeah, and it wasn't belittling. It was cool, and I'm like, yes, I'm glad this outsider got to be treated.
And he wasn't a coward because there's a scene where one of the ships gets into the thing and they're going to kill him. He's like, and they're shooting out like this glass wall, but
he knows he's got to get those weapons.
He's like, there's one more ship left, and he's like, how much time do I have on this integrity? He's, oh, it's at 50%. He's like, put me back in the VR thing. I need to shoot down the ship. He was willing to do it, even to die. He was willing to do it. That's cool.
Those vibrating weapons couldn't get out. They just can't. It would have been a disaster.
Yeah, because even a couple of those explosion things, they start slaughtering. Yeah. They would have to. It would have been horrific if those hands got into the hands of like terrorist-like people.
Oh yeah, or even gang members or whatever, drug dealers. Yeah.
So overall, again, it's a good movie. I don't think it's not a must see to understand everything that's happening in the Marvel universe, but it's a fun little side story to learn a little more backstory about Wakanda.
Like I said, it's probably a little better than Homecoming, not as good as Ragnarok. I'm trying to think of other movies like Marvel movies
that are recent. It's not better than Guardians of the Galaxy.
No, it's not. One or two. No, it's not.
No, it's just but it's still good. It's still amongst. It's shoulder to shoulders with good films.
Well, I'll put it this way. It's probably a little bit better than Wonder Woman and better than any other DC movie, okay? That just tells you.
Yeah, it's just right there with that. It was a competent movie that didn't make any mistakes. Yeah. But it also didn't oh my goodness, this is the greatest thing ever.
I think that's what's hurting the score with me a little bit, just by a couple percent.
And another thing, too, literally the worst post-credit scene ever.
The post was pathetic.
Because there's two stingers at the end. One where they're going in front of the UN and they're like, "Oh, we want to, we have more things in common than different, like all that good, one country, well, not one country, but we're one people. We need to help each other." And then the one guy goes, "Well, what does a little country of farmers have to do to provide for the world?" And he just kind of has that smile on his face.
Yeah, you have no idea.
Which was kind of fun.
I like that scene.
The second stinger is you find out because this whole time we're thinking, "What the hell is Winter Soldier and Captain America?" Because didn't we not see them in Wakanda at the end of Civil War? Yeah. Then you see that Winter Soldier, I guess he's in some other little tribe somewhere. Mm-hmm. It's probably still in Wakanda, but not in the main city.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure outside the city.
And he walks out and he's still missing his arm, and like all the little kids are missing. They call him the White Wolf, which is kind of funny.
Yeah.
And then you see, was it T'Challa's sister?
I think
is talking to him, and she's like, "Oh, so how do you feel?" He's like, "Oh, I feel pretty good." And it's like, "Oh, Lieutenant Barnes or Sergeant Barnes," and she's talking to him. It's like, well, that's the end of it. And like nothing cool happened.
I mean, I wanted to see Steve Rogers. I'm sorry.
I guess we get to learn that he's not in cryostasis anymore.
I guess.
But where was Captain America? Here's my stinger. Same setup, same everything. You see Winter Soldier get up and he's talking and he sees someone in the distance and he's fishing and it's Captain America. Steve Rogers is fishing with all the kids and he's showing them how to tie knots.
He can put you that Winter Soldier no shirt on, okay?
Yeah, and he has no shirt on too, right? So he shows up his ripped bod. Yeah. So he's there and he's playing with the kids and you just see that Captain America's Captain America no matter where he's at.
Exactly.
He loves all innocent.
And the kids even know him, even though they don't have any TVs or anything. They still know him.
They still know who Captain America is. That's how cool Captain America is. Yeah. And just show them both there. No, we just.
Wouldn't have been fine. That would have been so much better. But
looking at a lake.
That's kind of dumb.
No Thanos, no nothing. Just that. Come on.
The first end thing was kind of cool. Second one, lame.
Yeah,
probably the worst one.
It is the worst, I think, thing out of all the MCU movies because it didn't mean anything.
And I thought the Stanley cameo was okay.
It was okay. It was at the casino part in the thing.
He just grabs his ships. Hey, you can't do that. I'll just take those.
So just to recap, had fun action. The final battle scene wasn't that great. I wish T'Challa would have talked a little more to his cousin and irradiate that, to put out there that we're family, and there should have been some more of that, and there really wasn't.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sorry that your father was killed, but you shouldn't have had to have paid for what your father did.
And they burn all those flowers, by the way.
Yeah, those little magic flowers that give you superpowers. And there's people out there, because everyone was saying, "Oh, we're going to see the Soul Stone here," and we never saw it. But people were theorizing, well, maybe the Soul Stone's in that soil, because again, it does show you your ancestors. It does have a spiritual aspect to it, so maybe through those flowers are diluting the power.
You can also bring back the dead, though, but they don't do that.
Well, see that again, we can't say what can be done in the comics because we don't know.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, that's not even anything. But it's funny though, because that does make a lot of sense that it could be in the soil. So that's why it's diluted a little bit. So because normally, if even anyone would pick up the Soul Stone, it would kill them, right?
Unless you're an ancient.
Yeah. So maybe it's being diluted through the soil and through the flower. So I'm assuming there's going to be another flower, or someone saved it, or something.
I know we were talking about this. I know we're usually speculating the show, but wouldn't it be funny to see like Rocket Raccoon running around that science lab and kind of
because
that'd be funny.
It's I want to see a scene like that because T'Challa's sister is super smart. Then we have Tony Stark's incredibly smart. Rocket Raccoon's an engineer out the window. Bruce Banner, all of them working together to make something. That'd be so cool. Because when they fight Thanos, they're going to need everyone.
Oh, there's no one that could even. I mean, they don't even have the mutants in there yet. They're going to need everyone they can get.
It's just I'm winning again, and that's coming out pretty soon. So overall, again, I'm glad I saw it. But if I didn't see it, I don't know. I wouldn't have broken my heart. Like if I wouldn't have seen Winter Soldier, I would have been like, "Oh my goodness, I need to see this." That would have been
terrible, and not seen the theater. But this one, I'm glad I saw it. It's a good movie, but again, it wasn't essential in the main Marvel universe. It just wasn't. They make it sound like it's the best superhero movie all time.
And I wish Killmonger wouldn't have died. Because in that aspect, he would have had two Black Panthers because he had the extra strength.
Yeah.
That'd have been cool.
I don't know if he could have ever lived under not being king. I don't think he could have.
Everyone can change. See, the only way he can change is if he dies. Yeah. So, I really can't really add it. Nothing's really popping out in my mind.
I also think another cool scene I thought with him and Sister Ian where they first go to LA. And she goes, "We're here, and you didn't. I want.
You took me to the slums.
Slums. I want to go to Disneyland. I want to go something like that.
Something cool.
Something cool." But then she goes, "No, you're going to work on the outreach. I bought all these areas.
You'll be part of the science exchange program."
Yeah.
So, you'll get there then that's what you should do. Have the smartest minds come to these centers. You can train their scientists, their doctors, and they can go out.
See, what's wrong with that? That's a perfectly reasonable plan.
There's a better idea. They should take all the bums and everyone and just take them into their country. That's what they should do.
Yeah.
Everyone.
That's just it. Why weren't they demanding that? The SCWs, because it was an African country. That's why.
Yeah, they're allowed to protect their resources.
Yeah, which is fine, but why can't anyone else?
But I do like the idea of an outreach program because that's the way it should be done, slowly and incrementally. Yeah. You can't just give everyone all that technology all right away. You should just start with the science part, the medical part. Start helping people like that, growing food, energy.
Yeah, exactly. Another thing I love too is I love the costumes. Oh, they were
all the set beautiful pieces, all the armors looked really cool. The weapons looked cool. I liked how when during the big battle some of the guys had cloaks, and when they draped them over the shoulders, they actually made an energy shield. That was kind of cool. So it was like a shield cloak thing. I'm like, that was pretty cool.
That was cool.
And and it was one of those things they were able to box people in because it was kind of like a phalanx. Yeah. Because then they can put them shoulder to shoulder. That was a pretty cool little thing. Cool. That the rhinos had armor. Yeah. That was cool.
Yeah, there was a funny scene where the guy's gonna run over that, and then that girl came in front, and that rhino knew her, and she just
because it's a wife.
It's like, oh, it's my pet. The rhino didn't even want to do it.
Yeah, it'd be like your dog running up to you, like he's gonna attack, and he just licks your face. So that was kind of a funny scene.
That was funny.
It was a funny scene that was happening during a big battle, so it was it broke the tension.
Yeah, and another thing though too, there's so much fighting going on in that scene though. You couldn't really get the whole so much.
And there's another thing too. Then T'Challa gets to see, look, my own people are fighting each other.
Yeah.
And it's something we shouldn't be doing. We shouldn't be...
Yeah, because a stupid idiot came in there and made it all messed up.
He was king former king of Wakanda for 2 days. He was a little... on the history of the Tapestry of Kings, he's a little blip. Oh, yeah, he was king for 2 days. Think back to that guy. Right. That was kind of funny. I liked it, but I can't really think of anything that really jumped out at me.
It's funny because if you think of most like monarchies, they take resources, but they have so much plentiful resources that's not happening.
They don't have to take anything from anyone.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, though. If you didn't have this magical space rock, would you?
But vibranium's what made them, though.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, oh, they could talk down to everyone, but yeah, you have something no one else has.
That's why, but that's how it goes.
Yeah, that's negative.
And then people wish this is real. No, it's not real, guys. Okay, just calm down.
Yeah.
It's in the movie.
Again, I don't want to get into this.
I know, but it's just
But
funny.
people are tweeting, don't let anyone tell you it's not real, dude. It's not real. It's like,
That's what I'm trying
it's
to
Narnia, guys. It's not real.
Because again, that's the same thing that could be applied to people like Narnia or like Avatar. Like, oh yeah, that's the play Pandora. No, it's not real, guys. It's not real. Stop.
That's so
Please.
funny.
You're making us all look bad.
And we got to see it in the theater. It was only a little bit full, but that's nice.
I'm trying to see the box office.
I guess it made a lot of money on its. I guess it made more money than Civil War did on its thing. But again, that doesn't mean it's better.
Yeah, no.
I mean, Suicide Squad made a ton of money, and that was awful. But I guess that's gonna wrap it up. Unless you have anything else.
I think that's all. I'm trying to think. Let's see.
Give it a score, 1 out of 10.
Oh, I'd say 8.5.
Yeah, that's an 8. I'd say it's like an 8 point, anywhere 8 to 8.5. Yeah, I agree with an 8.5. Hey, you gave me a B+ paper, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I didn't blow my socks off like it was the greatest thing ever, but it was competent. It hit all the key points. We learned a lot about the characters.
Yep.
The villain was cool and compelling. And yeah, there you go. It was good.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because I think this takes place maybe pretty recent after the bombing, so this takes place before the other movies that just came out for Marvel?
Like which ones? What do you mean? Like Homecoming and stuff?
Oh, yeah.
I'm assuming it takes place probably around the same time.
I'm assuming it's weird because it's
but
like
it probably
a week later.
Again, it's funny because stuff like Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor Ragnarok are like another thing. It kind of doesn't. I'm assuming it's probably all happening roughly around the same time within the same 6 months. Mm-hmm. Because he got crowned king literally like it said, a couple of weeks after the bombing.
No, the bombing happened during
So they get back and they actually make reference that they caught Zemo and everything, and then he put him on the paradox, the Cloverfield paradox. That's where he escaped. No, but So like it's kind of funny. I would like to see like an official timeline when things are happening. So when everything that's happened to Wakanda was Spider-Man fighting the Vulture.
See, that's what I'm interested to know. Is it within months, weeks? I don't know.
That's one of those things.
Yeah,
I don't think. I'm pretty sure someone has a way to break it down to find out exactly
but I don't want
when.
to do all that.
Yeah, but again, everything's going to culminate in the Infinity War.
Oh, of course.
So I'm good.
I'm good too.
Yeah, I'm glad I saw it. We're both glad we saw it. Just don't believe the hype. It's still great, but it's not the end of all cinema.
No, guys.
You after seeing this movie, you need to dig your eyeballs out because you don't want to ever see anything ever again. No, it's not that good, guys. Calm down.
At the same time, it's not horrible.
It's not awful.
But my goodness, guys.
If someone on Tomato Meter gave it like a 2 or something, okay, you're an idiot. I think on if you honestly came to it with not wanting to like it at all, it's 7. But I enjoyed it. I had fun. I like Marvel movies. 8.5 for me.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, when's the last time we've had a bad Marvel movie? Like, seriously, Iron Man 3 maybe?
Iron Man 3 and Thor 2 was actual bad movies.
That was below average 7, yeah.
So, again, another home run for the MCU.
No, they don't stop.
I can't wait for that Shazam movie.
Oh, my goodness.
Anyways, that's going to wrap it up. I've been your host, Crimson.
And 15 PCA.
And again, check us out on Twitter, C15 Podcast. Leave us questions. You can post it on their Twitter account. You can post it on this video. Even hit me up on the email that's on our About page. But thanks for watching, guys.
Yeah, see you later. Bye.
Crimson Sin here. Thanks for watching and be sure to like, sub, and share. Also, for the most up-to-date information about the podcast, follow us on Twitter at C15 Podcast.